Ladies and gents, welcome to the hangover home of the Raymond Terrace Jets for day two of the Rookie State Finals for 25-26. We're quarter-final stage, and we're featuring Halekulani up against a combination of Picton and Austral. It's Phil and Diane Moriarty up against Whitney, Lalor, Chelsea, Renouf. Joining me in commentary this morning is a fellow who looks suspiciously like Josh Ingram, sounds like Josh Ingram, but if he says anything against the lead of the team, it's not Josh. Josh, welcome.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, pleasure to be on again. Obviously, commentator of my fiance, so pleasure to be on, and hopefully we have a quality game here.
Well, been in pretty good form. They've got through to the quarterfinals. Hopefully they can keep that up.
Pretty good start here by Whitney. Straight on the centre line, first bowl. Very good.
And that's what you want to do. You want to get your line spot on to start with. The weight follows if you get your line, is the old adage.
I can see Diane and Phil were undefeated in the sectional play, so it's a big credit to them. Chelsea and Whitney, they had one loss, but got through a margin, so I expect this to be a competitive battle here.
Well, we've always said a loss in the rookies sectional play is not a death sentence that people think it is. We had several years in a row where the winner of one of the rookies comps lost their first round of sectional play and then managed to sneak into the semis at the time. But it is all about getting to the top of the section at the end of the day. That's all that matters. And Diane and Phil, Halekulani, and I happen to know that they do a lot of work towards organising the club. Phil's been in my contact for organising a couple of qualifying events we've held there, so they've thrown themselves into bowls. And Halekulani, for those who are wondering where that is, Central Coast, it's actually located at Budgewoi. If you know it, you know it. Otherwise, you're probably going, where the heck's that? Austral, it's another place that you probably haven't heard of unless you've been there. Yeah, unless you've been watching the bowls in the last couple of years and seen the exploits of some of their players.
Well, we definitely get that question a lot. Where is Austral? Nice little club near, probably easiest way to say it is near the new airport. It's about 15-20 minutes from there, so near the Liverpool area.
And Picton, the Southern Highlands, I think is probably the best description of it. Not very far from Austral at all. Probably closer to Barrel, Bargo, that sort of area than Austral though, in a way. Part of the Nepean Highlanders area. Halekulani, of course, Central Coast region.
I know the Nepean Highlanders secretary, Tanya, was messaging the girls last night, so it's good to see the support from our region, supporting the girls, trying to go all the way through.
Chelsea on the mat. Probably holding a couple there. Whitney's got the bowl just short on the centre line and jack high.
Looks pretty close here, first bowl.
Oh, that's going to confirm it up.
Oh, that's a great bowl. Tucked it away as well.
You're holding three. One little downside there is that Phil can now see the jack. It's often easier to play to a jack that you can see rather than one that's covered up. Just a bit quick with this one.
It looks like they're all favouring that open side of the green, coming down this way, down the hill, which when I commentated the live stream yesterday with Lowlands and Fig Tree, it looked like the preferred hand, so it looks much more gentle down there.
I'm one that usually will play the non-ditch side if you're on the rink closest to the ditch.
Great weight control there from Chelsea.
Very good. There's a very simple reason for that one is usually you would have found that when I started playing bowls, every first end mat was placed on the 2 metre mark, and quite often placed it all around there. So you get a lot more wear on that side of the green, and the pace would be different and vary from spot to spot. On some greens, of course. Phil, just going to run through a fraction again, so I do favourites. They're holding 4 here at the moment.
Yeah, good call from Whitney. Do not change a thing. It's a very solid 4 here. Very putting pressure on Phil straight away. And the line's very good here. Even a short counter to block that weight to force him to change hands. The weight looks pretty good too.
Oh, it's in, and it will look huge from the mat, that bowl.
You have to suggest John will change hands here, but it looks like he's coming down the forehand.
Oh, he's going to stick with it. He can sneak through. He can also just sneak around and get a shot. I mean, he's just got a little speed on again. And well, that's a fantastic start for Whitney and Chelsea. And yep, you do see Phil with his phone out, and that's because we've told them to. We are using the BowlsLink scoring app for competitor scoring, which does mean that if you're interested in one of the other 3 quarterfinals, you can jump on the BowlsLink app or the BowlsLink website, results.bowlslink.com.au. Navigate your way through New South Wales to the rookies, click on the pairs. When you get to the main menu, there's a live button. If you click that live button, you will see the scores of the games in progress. Well, much shorter jack now. Well, nice compact no-nonsense delivery from Whitney. The less moving parts to go wrong. And it's another pretty handy start.
Looks well down by Diana here. Yep, a front noser, very good.
Well, that's, dropped a 5 on the first end. You want to start the second with a bit of confidence. That's an excellent starter there.
Should be no panic from Whitney here. Just trying to create bowls in the head to give Chelsea a chance later on in the end. I see a lot of eyes open when they see that kind of head evaporate. So, but she put that close, so it definitely helps Chelsea there.
A lot of people, their opponent puts one close, they immediately add a metre or 2 metres on. The instinct is, I've got to get through that bowl. You just need to make sure you draw. Maybe a little more intent or positiveness with the draw, but you draw one that finishes a foot behind is brilliant.
Yeah, Chelsea's called the change hands here, which I like. Any trial of the jack's going to go straight to Whitney on behind the head there.
And look, even if you're at half a bowl narrow, you get contact on the shot bowl, you drag the jack off that, or you get contact on the bowl and sit and stay.
Looks pretty close with their XGs. They definitely come back.
He's got the hold of the jack.
Oh, what a shot.
Popped it across.
What a shot.
One down to 3 up. They're the sort of bowls that can just flatten the battery of your opponent. Think, oh, we're getting a shot here, we're getting a recovery, and all of a sudden, a little tickle of the jack, and you're 3 down again. Diane, just a little bit through. Conditions, I think, will be very similar to what we finished up on last night. The rain won't have changed much overnight. It will vary a little bit over time, but maybe a second or two, but not that dramatically quick. Not watered this morning, was given a good drink last night. Yesterday, I mean. Before play yesterday. And Chelsea going to play the backhand. Needs to be out and around that short green bowl.
She's got the hand out suggesting it's a little quick, but I'd say that's pretty close. If not just out, it's going to finish in a good home there.
Well, the other thing it's done is just rolled that ball over. It's tightened that head up a little bit. It's less looking like a target.
Phil playing up the forehand here. The grass looks pretty good. Just the weight, I think, is the only component here.
Yeah, just going to cross the head, but not quite. Well, he's not too far short at all. Just
if I was Chelsea, I would definitely change the forehand here. You know, you can get a counter off Whitney's wide one that's jack high. Anything around that, even if you don't count, I must admit the head does look pretty ugly for Halekulani at the moment.
All she's got to do is miss that front green bowl, whether it's wide or narrow. And of course, you don't have to draw to the jack. That's pretty good.
That's a very good effort. It's probably in, I would say.
Well, yes, I'd say it is.
That's a great shot. Didn't widen enough the target.
Well, that reaction says it might be a signal to measure. So if that's the case, I just wonder whether Chelsea might play for a little push it through of the green bowl. It's going to go around the back, so there is a chance Chelsea can play that hand, try and roll that bowl out. You'd make it.
Chelsea with the hand movements. I think this early in the situation, I'm just happy to draw here. If you get another draw on the count, and it's like I said, it doesn't look very
for shot. Might be just a bit deceptive on our screen. We certainly would have had the next 4, maybe even 5. Phil, he can draw to Whitney's bowl. Little touch on his own on the back's okay as well. Just give it a half a roll in towards the jack. Again, just underdid both.
There's one.
Here's one.
Well, there's 2.
Oh, and I think maybe
you got to think Chelsea's, from this camera angle, you got to think Chelsea's pink bowl there is probably favourable.
We can start one of those viral internet things now. What colour is that bowl?
Oh, no, Chelsea always tells me about that. I can definitely say they're pink, salmon pink. Okay, I was
2.
wrong.
Just got to check to make sure I'm putting it on the correct side of the board.
I've got to have a big mention shout out. The person in the background sitting there is Chris Couchman. They're our club coach at Austral, but they're coaching the girls. And obviously he was a big help for myself winning the singles last year. He was coaching me as well. He worked on Wednesday night, all through the night, drove up, had an hour and a sleep in his car and watched the girls all day, and then back here today. So big effort from Chris, who's a very experienced bowler in his own right.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if he was certainly in the New South Wales under-18 squad. Don't know whether he got a game for the Blues at under-18 level.
pretty certain he played in, I'm not sure what the format was, but in the City Country back in the day.
Been in the mix. I think he might have started off as a Marylands junior.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Big opportunity for Diane here to get on. Whitney's been on it for the first two ends, and she's just done a loose one. So if Diane can get on straight away here.
She's got the backwood in first. Be diplomatic. So one of the things the albatross says, good thinking, get the backwood in first. No, just mucked up my weight, that's all. Stays down beautifully behind it. Weight definitely improved. Just slightly under the line. I do feel this green will really punish you if you're narrow. It seems to really hook away at the end. It is a green where you really do need to ensure you take the grass.
It's a big credit to Bowls New South Wales having a rookies event at this kind of venue, where I'd say most of the country towns where the greens run 12, 13 seconds, they come here and it's 18 seconds, that's really wide. It just teaches you how to draw majority of the time.
Well, the beauty of this venue was highlighted yesterday that we had a half an hour delay due to the lightning. The rain didn't stop us. And we did joke that for the first 7 or 8 years we played the rookies here, it rained. So we got to play. Raymond Terrace was the first club certainly in New South Wales to have 2 covered synthetic greens. There are a few more now. Oh, it's 1 to... Well, I think it's 1 to Whitney with the back bowl. The view out the window certainly looks like that. It does on camera as well.
Yeah, my confidence is a bit shattered from, I thought Whitney had 3 last end, so I'm not going to give it a call here. Well, I suggest you would be right.
Oh no, I'll get it wrong plenty of times too, but...
It's good sportsmanship there by Phil picking up Chelsea's bowl on the mat. That's another great concept about the rookies. Everyone's here to have fun and, you know, trying to promote the sport in the best fashion ever.
Well, most of the players here haven't had time to pick up the bad habits of bowlers. I don't mean that in the nicest way. No, there's just the rookies every year, there's just an exuberance from the players. They're really happy to be out at a state finals, playing on a surface that's a bit different, and an atmosphere that's different from what they're used to. And but they're just happy to be out playing.
Yeah, definitely. And I saw the Tarrant Point boys yesterday win the Mick Bell Award, which was good. Obviously for the best sportsmanship throughout the tournament in the pairs, and obviously they'll have this winner in the singles as well.
Yep. And of course, Mick Bell, the father of the rookies, as we call him, started the concept quite a few years ago out of Bondi Bowling Club, where he was at the time. Ran it for a few years. It became reasonably popular, and
Great weight control there by Chels.
he begged the RNSWBA, as it was then, to take over, and after a bit of convincing, the board agreed. And across the singles and pairs over the 15 times we've competed in it in the last 17 years, there's been more than 15,500 player entries. See, Bowlswick also plays a similar rookies novice type event. Oh, Chelsea, don't think you've hit the right spot that time.
Just underline there. This is probably the most inviting head that Phil's got. There's plenty of room to draw here. They probably do need the mat.
Draw to beat Chelsea's bowls. Pretty good guide. Just need to halve it in the jack.
I like the grass.
Just needs to slow down a little. Just going to do that. Oh, he falls in, he's definitely, yep.
I would suggest that he's one to the blue.
Diane, shut the head in the hands. But one to Halekulani, they're off the duck.
Up, she's been dominating the lead at the moment, so they're probably going to go long, which it looks like it's going to be a long jack from the mat at the back.
Well, not super long.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but is Halekulani where the...
He did play out of Halekulani.
Yeah.
I think that was his first club. He moved to Edelong after that. And then lured to the dark side.
Yeah, career probably, winning 3 days, which is crazy to think. Well directed by Whitney here, just a bit weighty, but that's a good sider first up.
Him, so I can claim the same. Oh, Diane. The weight was good on the first. Interesting, she's switched over. She's now playing the ditch side of the green. She's playing forehand both ways. Tight again. Lennon's the one who really observed which hands the players are playing.
Morning for this quarter-final game, and obviously the other quarter-final games all played on this green. I know one gentleman who drove up this morning from Camden. Oh, here we go, from Whitney. Wow. Gary Pawley, who was Chelsea's partner last year in this event, is driving up and cheering on the girls, which... lucky enough also, I know Robbie Belly, who's Whitney's partner last year, who also qualified for the final.
Padstow cheer squad are in full voice again this morning. They certainly enjoyed a little party atmosphere yesterday.
Yeah, they had the pom-poms out. I did see that. That's awesome support from clubs like that too.
They decided not to play ball.
Chelsea just got to get another one in the head here. They've obviously got their only single bowl there. It looks pretty close. Probably just the weight with her salmon pink bowls.
I wrote orange down on my list. I don't know if that got the tick of approval or not.
I reckon you're in the bad Christmas list, mate.
Santa's naughty list. Chelsea's naughty list. Phil, he's going to play the forehand as well. Just a little bit of speed.
From filming this early, this rink, it looks like it's favourable going where Chelsea is, the backhand going up and the forehand coming back down. It looks very tricky playing the ditch side rink's hand, and that's what it looks like the girls have forced Halekulani to play at the moment.
I think it's just a fraction wider on that ditch side. So it's easier to miss your line. You saw one of Phil's bowls pretty much finish at right angles. I think that one's just going to hook away. The weight is spectacular.
No, she's got another bowl. Whitney called it. No, I like the call here. Just, something similar to your first two. Just a bit more weight. you finish tight here, you'll count. I think the weight was really good there. It was going to count, but
1, 2, and a P and pair. And Matt's. Whoop.
what have you got coming up for yourself, Andrew? You obviously got some more Bowls New South Wales events to cover coming up.
One more this year, 2 weeks' time, where we're at Yamba for the State Over 40s Pairs Final. Mr. Jason Pinnock will be looking after us at Yamba, and I'm expecting B2 to be on the commentary. There's a nice little bit of banter between myself, DJ, and Jason Pinnock about the commentary team, because, of course, DJ and Jason admirably looked after our Platinum finals and the last half of our Platinum season.
That's DJ who has that podcast with Simon Little, correct?
It is.
Yeah.
And recently got himself onto the board of Bowls New South Wales.
Oh, good stuff.
So we talked about the A team and the B team, so I just nicknamed them the Bananas in Pyjamas, B1 and B2. I did say to Jason, all the argument over who's the lead commentator, that's good because neither of them are the skip.
Just got to adjust the grass here from wet. The weight's pretty good. It's going to slide late down here, and this is definitely the longest land they've played so far.
Yeah, good grass line.
Nothing wrong being on the tee in this format.
We did have Steve Glasson coaching our junior squad a few years ago, and one of the things he said to the squad really stuck in my mind, and it's a very simple thing. Believe what you see your bowl do. If it's cutting across the head, you've got to take more grass. Believe what it's done. And it's a simple concept, but it just highlights to correct. You have to go, I'm wide, go what?
Big shot by Diana. Sorry to interrupt. Very big shot. That's very hard to draw on this kind of length on this kind of a green.
Because we are looking forward to the next Platinum season, kicking off in February. Stay tuned to the Bowls New South Wales web and media channels. You'll see all sorts of announcements about that competition in the coming months. 2 new sides. Can Marylands go back to back? Can Warilla make a third straight final?
I don't know if any of the squads are changed, but I'd say Maryland's be pretty hard to beat on paper, and obviously the Cabra side are always really good on paper.
A couple of changes in personnel at Cabra, I know that. They've picked up
Jay Bruce and Jack
Lewis.
Jack Lewis, sorry. I was going to say Jack Smith, but he's already there. He was the winner of the that award.
A couple of state singles winners from the last few years. Pretty handy. So I think that'll mean they'll have the last 3 state singles winners at the club.
That's wicked.
And the champion singles winner.
And they had the champions and champions pairs, female winners last year.
Female champion, champion, singles champion from this year.
Yeah.
Maryland's won both.
Oh, good shot from Chels.
Yeah, pushed it up for a good second shot.
The cannon's on there now to hit their bowl out.
Well, Phil, I think he needs to get one in. Oh, let's draw on the right screen. There.
I totally agree. Yeah, if this doesn't change anything, Chelsea has a very nice shot, playing positive down there, sitting on Whitney's front one to Cannon Dyer's out one, but I think he's got X marks the spot, which is a great shot.
Absolutely brilliant. That shot's still on though, through those.
Yeah, and even
you
if
trail a jack back to here, you're going to be a couple. You get that cannon through, you're going to be 1 or 2 as well.
If you kill the jack, obviously Whitney's got the tee as well. So it looks like they're going to draw first and then try to build it up. Oh, it's a bit tight.
Well, she's got the good grass line for that shot, but you almost need to go ditch weight.
You're definitely going to lose your bowl.
And it's going to be a lot easier to play it using ditch weight rather than try and just play the dinky little run through. Camera 3 feels a bit taller than the others. So Phil's either got to draw another shot or best back. It would not hurt him at all to draw a little toucher. That's a good effort.
I still think that shot's on for the cannon. See if they play it.
But really, ditch weight now.
Yeah, it's losing your bowl.
If you hit the jack, you want it to go out.
I think Whitney's suggesting the playing it. They're looking at the risk where if they get it slightly wrong, if they side cut the jack to the back left of your screen, where they'll probably be 3 down with a free draw. So looks like she's going to try out draw it.
Oh, it looks tight if it's a draw. Oh, not quite enough weight to hold her up. I do think that weight was dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. If any jack there, they're taking them straight to the 2 blues behind where Halekulani placed them.
It's only a bad bowl if it goes wrong. Also heard Gary Willis say there is no incorrect shot. There's only the one that you think you can play and the one you think you have the most chance of getting a result with. Well, this is a great bowl from Phil.
Flops down. Yeah, that's it. That is a great shot.
That is a confidence builder.
Well, look at Phil's 3 bowls there. Basically playing almost tee to tee. Got it inside a metre of all his 3 bowls. It's definitely a confidence builder for sure.
Just settling into the speed. Still got 6 ends remaining, so 5 behind. Not tragic. Well, they've very conveniently rolled the jack this length for us to promote our host club. Because when I go back to the shot of the head, we've got the Jets logo on screen. And, well, Diane, a little bit shy there. And this is the uphill direction?
That's correct. Yep. I think that's where, obviously, they played a similar length coming down, so that might have just caught her out there. Plenty of room for Whitney to draw here.
On a tee to tee, you just need to add a metre or so. It's a subtle difference, but
it looks like it's caught Whitney out as well. I must admit, the 2 ladies in front, they've got the grass pretty close.
I don't know if you can hear on stream through the microphones here. There's a fair bit of engine noise going around. I suspect that a couple of vehicles from Williamtown Air Base are going over. You might be able to hear the fan in the background Just keeping the air circulating up here. It's either a jet or a helicopter or a motorcycle gang going through. Also, I've heard the engines going from the speedboats in the Hunter River at times up here.
Wow.
Diane, a little quick with her second, but Whitney's, well, it might be good enough for
I think
shot.
that's one, but I don't think that will be the shot at the end of the end.
Well, the mat's only a metre or so in front of the tee, so we're not far off maximum distance. And a tee to tee is a tactic to try and put people off. And if you're going to go out and practice, I actually recommend you do some tee to tee and some minimum distance.
I like this one, Chelsea. Just given a foot to where it's going to count. Just give it a visual for Whitney down at lead.
And I also like the fact that she's gone 60 or 70 centimetres out to the side. On a green that's turning, it's not a bad idea if you're indicating Jack High to be that little bit wider, because it does encourage the player to take that bit more grass, especially if they've been cutting the head a little.
Yeah, definitely.
And I have seen, and might have been guilty of it too, indicating to my player where Jack High is and standing a couple of feet behind the Jack. Just as a little trick that, if someone's falling short all the time, here's Jack High, and you're standing 2 feet behind. Just encourages them to be up. Unless they get cranky that they think you're taking the mickey. So Phil, going to play that forehand side again. Just wonder whether Whitney's two bowls, that little bit short there, influence that.
I know Diane's got the hand out, trying to slow it down. It's probably going to be shot. It's a great shot, actually.
Oh, yeah, he's nearly driving there. He's half a bowl behind.
Yeah.
Great bowl. Well, either hand, there's plenty of room. Those short bowls, really, they're nowhere near in the way. They probably look like they are from the mat end. But if you're running into those, you're going to cut the head. And I think Chelsea's not quite got the intent required. The line, almost perfect. Phil, rinse and repeat. Josh, you've been in the situation in the last couple of years that you reckon any of these players would be just thinking too much about the game, thinking, wow, I'm in a quarter final, I'm in a state final series, and just be a little bit startled?
I'd say that obviously the two teams on the live stream would be a bit nervous. Obviously, I think that was my first time being live streamed last year, so I think that would be a factor for sure. But, yeah, you never think ahead in these kind of events. You just got, I know it's cliche, it is, you just got to keep playing your next bowl and set up your team.
Don't complicate things. There's only one thing you can control, and that's the one coming out of your hand next. And that's what you practice, what you do. You just get on the mat, pick your spot, aim at it, and let it go. Now I'll look 2 step 2 swing 2, which I think was one of the best explanations of delivery I've ever heard. Look to where your bowl wants to go, step towards where your bowl wants to go, and then swing towards it.
Yeah, definitely. Chelsea's not happy with that one.
No. If you're playing golf, you'd say you'd shank that one. Well, it's the loosest head we've had.
Definitely, I would suggest it's only one here, but I can probably see Halekulani with the head kind of like that. They'll probably play T to T again here.
And while they've only got one close, they've got the closest. That's the point.
And they'll probably more consistent overall over those 6 bowls.
Because you don't have to draw a resting toucher to get shots. You only have to be closer than your opponent's nearest.
It would be interesting to see here, obviously, the loose end going up the hill. Obviously, this should be quicker going down. See if they run through more than they were short here.
Slightly shorter than last time. Phil's just trying to get it to sit right on the centre line. So we're halfway in. It's 8-4. We played 6. The scoreboard says 8-5 after 3 in the background. When we go to the players, that's because the leads haven't put the scores up. That's okay. Because it is all available online as well.
Pretty handy start there by Diane.
Yeah, Di. Just, I probably meter it a bit through, but it's behind. And we started with some short ones last end, and we're long now. Whitney's just going to run on as well. I thought that was good 2/3 of the way down, but it just seemed to keep rolling.
Yeah, obviously, myself and Andrew is not playing on the rink, but obviously within those 2 bowls, it looks like it definitely is playing quicker coming down back towards the clubhouse. And it looks like Dies are adjusted very well here.
Yep. 30 to 40 centimetres or so past.
Fairly well pointed from Whitney here. Probably on the quicker side again. Oh, Diane's coming down with a cracker here. That is a very good set of bowls leading up.
Well, they started by dropping a multiple. They're starting to really get into their work now. And the thing is, you're going to drop a multiple, you're better off to do it first end than last end. The commentators on YouTube just said that they thought the commentary was ahead of the vision. Well, it is the same feed coming out. So we just got a couple of our staff having a look.
I can see a few in the comments. Got Mick Hoyer in there. He's a big supporter from St John's. He used to be at Austral, so it's good to see him in the chat.
Plenty of people watching on. Do hope you're enjoying. To remind you, look forward to more coverage today. We've got a semi-final coming up, scheduled for 11 a.m. and the final at 1:30 p.m. Chelsea delivers her bowl now on the forehand. Just comes past the Jets logo right in the middle of the green.
This looks pretty close if it gets around Whitney's first one.
Just going to slide past that and come down.
Oh,
That's
that is a
kiss.
big bowl. That is
Brilliant.
a big bowl. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, guys, then.
Feel down on his backhand here. Looks pretty close with that kind of weight. Oh,
Yeah, so there's mixed feedback on that audio feed commentary. I don't know what it is. It may be an internet thing. That's certainly nothing we've experienced before. We'll just soldier on at the moment, and I'll get somebody who knows a lot more about the systems than I do to get some advice to us. So I'll pop a message off to our expert in the field. In the meantime, we'll soldier on. Chelsea holding a great shot.
Phil coming down on his backhand here. He's urging it to turn, it's definitely going to turn from this side. It's just all on the weight. It's a pretty good effort there. Yeah, if I was Chelsea, I'd be proceeding with caution down here. That'll be one to the Nepean Highlanders pair.
Well, important one to them as well.
Yeah, I would suggest the change of length here. Yeah, Whitney's going back to a shorter kind of length with the mat, maybe 3 metres from the tee.
I'd love to say the audio is just that we're absolutely brilliant and we can predict what's happening. But that's not the case. Another person has reported that it's righted itself, but we do have...
Oh, this is an awesome start from Whitney. This is the most important thing when you get a change of length that you guys need and put pressure on the other lead, putting bowls on the head.
I am conversing with my expert right now. He has a suggestion. I'm just clarifying what I've got to do. Might mean we just have a little stutter. Right. So at the conclusion of this end, there might be a little stutter in the feed because I'm going to stop and start our signal. And I'll hopefully do it quickly enough that we won't lose the YouTube link. I will not do it in the middle of an end though.
Well pointed from Whitney again here. Coming down. Just got to beat that on the outside. No. Still helping though. Dice coming down on the forehand. It's pretty close. It's just swinging late. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything here from Whitney. She was very close with the second bowl, just running into that front. looks well pointed again. Just got to get under that, which it is doing with Whitney's XGs, and that's going to finish in a great spot behind the head there on the centre line. Die on the forehand. I like the grass here. And this is going to be the shot. Jack high. Great shot.
All right, so my expert says it could be a little bit of a sync issue with the connection. Could also be that the 4G connection that our Bond is connected with at the moment might have been a little bit low when we started. It says excellent connection now, but might have just caused a little asynchronous problem. So at the conclusion of this end, we'll do a little shuffle, and hopefully the magic click of the fingers will right any issues.
It's a big end here from Halekulani. They probably need to win this end with only 4 ends remaining after this. Chelsea just knocking Whitney into the head there. They've got 3 very good catches with the wicketkeeper and the second slip and probably the gully there.
Phil really wants to draw down to those back bowls.
It looks pretty close. It's all on the weight here.
The edge of that's good. Well, that's a very good effort.
I think Whitney's just told Chelsea to play with a bit of confidence here. You can get the jack or the bowl here. Definitely looks more of an attacking line. Just drifting out on her a little bit.
Yeah, that 2 feet of weight. Harder to play on a wide green. A lot of people say, oh, harder to play on a synthetic green. I think it's more that when it's swinging a lot, it's just that narrower amount of room for error you've got to play 2 or 3 feet of weight through.
It's good to see Chelsea come down and discuss with Whitney what to do here. I would suggest playing the same kind of shot she just did. Obviously, if you hit the bowl, that puts maximum pressure on Phil, and take the jack back 2 meters. You're going to be holding 4 as well. I'd suggest that Halekulani would need to win this end with the margin at the moment.
So, yeah, YouTube is having a little connection. And we'll try to redo our connection in as soon as Phil's bowls come down.
Dice just said they're holding the 1 shot. Just holding out there from Phil. And it should be 1 to Halekulani here. We're just going to have a measure. There's
All right, hopefully that's continued. I've just switched my streaming source.
Oh, there's going to be an umpire's call here.
All right, so we've just done the little shuffle and restart of streaming. And that's fixed the issue, apparently. Yeah, but out again, I'll switch sources. So we're back on our super duper streamer instead of just going through a single modem. And John Lindsay out to umpire. He was hanging out all day to get on the camera and nobody on the live stream link called him, so he's finally out there. And he's using his little laser toy. And I think he's doing the right thing. He's down on the ground, stable, 3 points of contact. John's actually here on his few days off, umpiring all weekend. Rolled out the, or whatever you call that colour bowl.
The salmon. Salmon pink.
Salmon peach.
Pink. I'll give it the pink.
Peach. There we go. We'll go with peach.
Well, I'm happy to take peach, actually.
So under Halley, 5-9, 3 ends to go. And we're around about a metre off the tee again. So it's definitely the Halley pair have got the tactic that they think they're going to be better off to be at or near maximum distance. Well, we could have also said that you're so in tune with Whitney that you were able to pick what she was going to do before she delivered.
This is a very good ball by Di coming down here.
Well, Josh, I've got to say, I've admired your impartiality as much as you can. You haven't overly cheered for the girls. You've been doing it all on the inside, though, haven't you?
Obviously got cheering on the girls, but, you know, the Halekulani pair are giving them a good battle. Obviously, when you drop 5 in the first end, it could be very deflating, but they've fought on hard here. This is a very, very good start from Whitney, though, to get the weight right with that change of length.
Salmon is a bit of feedback on the colour as well. Is that a well done or a lightly done salmon? Or a raw? Oh, we can go with all sorts of permutations here. That's enough though. Just a little under the line from Di. Whitney, fantastic first bowl.
Pretty much repeating the dose here.
So I'll try and pop those other game scores across the bottom of the screen every end or so. I know there's people out there hanging on.
Looks like Whitney's bowls have forced Dye to change hands here, and it looks very close. And it will be getting the shot there. Chelsea's called to change Whitney over and pretty much just follow her down.
Whatever colour we call, according to Chelsea's mum, don't call them orange.
Yeah, that's where most of the live stream Chelsea's on. Yeah, they've been called orange. I know. I've definitely seen them close in person. They're definitely pink.
More mandarin.
You're changing the tune every end.
Oh, just stirring. So it's a good shot. 1 to Hallie as it stands. Phil. I think there's room for the forehand draw here. He's going to play the backhand, more open. I don't mind that at all.
It's definitely on the quicker side here, coming down.
It's going to be a little tight for what he wants. The weight's not too bad. You know, clash on his own bowl there would have been okay with that weight. That's tight too. You need to be almost out to the boundary, out to the boundary peg line at least. And that one was about halfway. Really punished across the head there. So he fills out to that.
That point, I like it. I like the apex of this one.
Just all down the boundary line. That will really hook across, but he's just a tad quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't change much for Chelsea. That's the starting line. Looks pretty well pointed here. Just it's all on the weight.
Yeah, it's just that tad narrow.
Can you hear the Padstow cheer group?
It's action on one of the other rinks. You can keep up with those live scores through the live button on your Bowls Link results page, whether that's through the Bowls Link app or the website. They will flash across the screen. Well, each end, I'll put them up. And they are the scores as entered by the players. Chelsea 1 down. Not much more than the draw on here, and she's out to that boundary peg line. That's fairly close.
It's very close.
Wants the jack, doesn't want the hole. Well,
oh, what a shot. It's unlucky, but it's a good shot.
I think it's, still 1 to Hallie. So we're in for a good cracking finish. Matt back near the tee again.
definitely the biggest end of the match here. The Nepean Highlanders girls win this end, it'll be tough to make 4 in the last end. So 2 must-win ends for the Halekulani.
2 ends to go.
Pretty good starter there.
Well, Josh, you've now had the experience on the green and watching from up here. Is the live stream set up a bit different than you imagined?
I think it's better than Whitney can't see my facial reactions. It's definitely harder watching them playing.
I know we get a lot of people very interested when they see the gear coming up and looking at all the buttons and lights and dials and multiple little bits and pieces on the screen that look very technical.
Yeah, it looks like Whitney just got stuck with that uphill there. Big opportunity for Di, playing the forehand. Looks on the skinny side.
Well, Josh, I think you've overtaken DJ as our most popular commentator.
Really?
Yeah.
From the comments?
A few people like hearing your opinions. It's always good to get different ones in. We did have Chelsea in earlier. She leapt at the opportunity to have another chance to jump in on commentary. Very much appreciated to get the players' perspective. Whitney's just not quite sent that one again. Big chance for Di here. She can just nail this jack. Just put that pressure on the all-girls team. Plenty of grass on this. It should hook back nicely.
I'd say this will be number 1.
Well, it's a pressure applier, but not huge pressure. I think that might be a nice guide on that side. Whitney, though, she's sticking with what she's played. The grass line was perfect.
The grass has been really good. It's just the weight coming up. So she's definitely made this more higher. Don't want to run into that bowl.
Gotta miss it. Oh, unfortunate. Well, Phil Moriarty beat this bowl. That's his own.
Definitely.
Come in. Brilliant. And for Chelsea, I think now maybe that hand's the better one as well. Unless Phil pops one in the road. You only got to beat that one on the wing. That gives you a really good guide. I think that... I always find it easier to draw inside a bowl than draw to bare jack. That's probably why they put me in the middle towards the back of the rink in the playing position. Don't trust me to throw the jack either. Oh, I just flicked the wrong one. Sorry. We'll go back to the correct view. And Phil.
Is he here?
No, well.
It might be enough to count.
Just needs to get past those. Little slide. That'll be a counter. Well, that could be as many as 3.
Definitely pressure on Chelsea here. But still the same aiming point. Trying to beat that shot ball out in the wing. Definitely looks on the skinnier side.
Gets past those, it's okay. Well, I don't think she's made her job any easier. Might have changed Phil's approach as well. And that's Diane's bowl out to the right that she's just stood near. So, a nice draw through that bowl.
I would definitely be playing that backhand for sure. Just, it doesn't look very inviting for Chelsea, as you said.
But for Phil, that's an easy bowl there through his own. And that line, I think, is near perfect for drawing the shot. He doesn't mind if he hits that bowl. He wants to hit that bowl with that weight.
That's going to be in the counter, I would say.
But it is a counter. Whichever hand Chelsea chooses. Just needs to draw. Again, I think you can draw to beat that green bowl on the side around her own. Don't try and draw to the jack. Just try and draw inside that green bowl. Because you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be good enough. Tight again. Is there a nice little favourable slide? Well, might be second shot, third shot. And look, third shot.
Three. They've got three.
That'll make it all square. Big bowl here. If you can make it four, be the lighter hold the lead going into the last end. And he's inside that bowl.
It's definitely number one.
And that's brilliant from
That's
Phil Moriarty.
That'll definitely make it four too. With that touch of the jack. Yeah, the girls haven't set this header very well. It looks a tricky shot on either hand. Obviously, the ejector here, I'd obviously try and get second shot and run. But I personally, on this shot, I would probably be playing the backhand and trying to, at least you got that back, the bowl behind the jack to sit on through there. Even cutting down to get third shot.
Well, anywhere in there,
Yeah.
you'll be shot, second, or at worst third. Get third shot, you're one in front, playing the last with last bowl. Again, don't try to be perfect, just try to be good.
I like how she's taking her time here, Chels. Looks like she's going to line up on the forehand. She's got a few of hers to promote. Definitely a wider line. You probably need to be a more straighter line. Whitney's got the hand out saying it's a little bit quick too, so I'd say this will be a change of the lead.
Well, 2, 3, and 4. Well, can we get an extra end? How about that one? 4 it is.
Big applause from the crowd here. They've obviously got a lot of fans from Halekulani here. It's the first time they've hit the lead here. Big comeback regardless. Obviously been, I think maybe 6-0 after 2 or 5-0 after the 1.
You just got to tough it out sometimes. It's not a head start all the times, a head finish. Just 1 to 2. How do the girls recover then from dropping that big count in the second last end? Just got to grit your teeth and go, okay, well.
Well, the best thing about losing that end is Chelsea's got the final bowl. So they can determine their own fate. They've actually gone to basically T to T here, down the hill. Definitely on the wider side here. It's all depending on her weight. Anything in the T area is very handy. And it's just plonked in. So, big opportunity to Whitney. Put some pressure straight on.
Most important thing for Whitney now is relax.
Oh, the Padstow cheering on.
Right, so the Birrong boys played a bowl. A big cheer there. There's a
Whitney's, it's a
bit of a
cracking
cheer
star there.
squad for Birrong as well. And that one deserves some applause.
Di looks like she's corrected really well here.
Just looks like it's going to swoop. Just going to cut across and be second.
Another one in the area from Whitney.
And I just wonder if the Halley team have just breathed that sigh of relief that they've got in front and relaxed a little. That's the
Definitely on the high line here from Whitney, but it definitely will come down. It's just all on her weight.
it's a point that Lennon made yesterday on the stream with Chelsea about what had the coaches actually taught her that she'd had and what she'd got out of them. And it was more about approach and mental and psychology than actual playing the bowl. That's the basics of playing the bowl, but how you approach the end and how you approach the game is more what the coaches instill.
Di's very close here to getting the shot, and she's got the number one.
Bowl.
Yeah, Chelsea's asked her to change hands here. Just obviously this is the wider side, swooping late. She out on that apex. I think the weight's very close.
It's a good effort, but it's just out. But she has given Chelsea at least 2 seconds. I think it's actually 3-second shots. And they have last bowl. The best thing about having last bowl is you can choose not to play it.
That's another fact, yes.
We all want last bowl, so we don't have to play it. For Phil, let's pick your hand and draw one close. You really want 2 in there. Oh, that looks not too bad a line from Phil. Might just swoop a little bit though.
That's a great shot. And good sportsmanship from the girls clapping here.
Well, that's 2.
And that eliminates running those both bowls out too, because Di's bowl will pretty much be locked in there. So,
and you can't kill it.
Yes, that's true. So it's just only a dead draw here for Chelsea.
The only other option would be to make sure you get the jack into the ditch. But I think there's too big a hole to try and go for that bare jack.
She might play that on her last bowl if she hasn't drawn the first 2, but she's going to definitely try to draw on the first one. It's out on that good line again too. I think it's just on the quicker side.
Yeah, it's got a bit of run about it. Really made sure she was up. Probably a little bit of adrenaline running through the veins. Well, from being 5-0 down after the first end, and it was another 1 or 2 the second, they've really regathered.
Phil's been playing this back end awesome the last few ends too. So,
well, I can actually check exactly what it is, and so can everybody at home. You can look at the ends.
Oh, he's touched the jack.
Scooted it across, still holding. Well, maybe still holding one.
Well, that makes the shot easier for Chelsea, to be honest. They can promote their own now. Maybe one flip of Whitney's closest one. And then that's what Whitney's calling here. So she can play that same sort of weight she played on the first bowl. Just giving it a chance down there. You can obviously take the jack as well. I think she's on the tighter side, unfortunately, not giving it a chance there.
It was 8-1 after 4 ends. And since then, Halekulani's won every end but the 7th. So a remarkable run from the Halley team. Oh, Phil, what are you doing? Yeah, I agree here. You're just trying to draw a shot. You're trying to draw a resting toucher. That's it.
Oh, he's been playing this backhand awesome, so I wouldn't definitely not change that hand.
He's out on a good wide line.
Definitely on the safer line. Don't think
A
he's
little
going
bit of speed on that.
I can see Chelsea was talking to Couch. She's going to walk down and take her time, having a look at this. Obviously playing for a state title here. So from looking at the screen myself, I still like that shot where you play about 2 metres over. Obviously trying to promote Whitney over, or, you can take the jack back. Obviously, the extra end is definitely on here. They're discussing here.
Well, they just need to get a shot, keep themselves in it. You don't need to. You don't need to get 2. You need to get 1. If you get 2, all good. And here's where you can take it. You can play a shot where if it goes wrong, it doesn't matter. You play what you think's the best chance, even if it does go wrong. Well,
at least you gave yourself a chance.
You gave yourself a chance.
And this is the best thing about losing the last end. Chelsea's, again, she's got last bowl. Halekulani haven't got a bowl left. Like, if she gets the jack in the pit here, they win the game. Whitney's and Chelsea's back bowls are right on the ditch here. I'm not sure if they're 2 down, so if they just take that back blue one out, or if that's a shot bowl anyway. But anyway, Chelsea's going to play down the forehand here, giving it a chance. Whitney's urging it on. She's got the hands out.
It's not too far away.
It's got to be close, doesn't it?
Sit and stay. And it's going to run on for shot.
Oh, that's a super shot under the pressure.
And
the
she
crowd's
might have even managed to get a 2.
Oh, this would be unbelievable. I can see the crowd. They're all in gasp.
That was a great bowl.
Oh, there's one. There's definitely at least a draw at worst. I'd be definitely getting the umpire here. My hands would be shaking. We'll hear from the cheer if it's 2 or not. I think Phil's gone back up, so I assume it's only 1. So, oh my goodness! I don't think so. They're going to check again.
Well,
but it
John
might
Lindsay.
be 2.
John Lindsay, where is he? Umpire.
What a finish of the game, if that's the finish. Well, Padstow's through. They're cheering up and down. Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow. What a finish.
What a finish. Good to see the girls get through. And you know what? Good sportsmanship by Halekulani there. Phil hugged and shook hands straight away with Chelsea, knowing the result. That's what this tournament's about.
Oh, how good was that game?
Oh, mate. And you know what? Chelsea did that in her final sectional game too. Clutch last bowl. And, onto a semi-final. So that's super proud of the girls there.
Well, you got to congratulate Diane, Phil, as well.
Oh, what a comeback. Like you said, I think it was 8-1 down.
They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ends of the last 6 to get in front, and then had the fortitude to congratulate their opponents on a great effort. And, well, they're obviously a little disappointed, but great game. Well, thanks for joining us, Josh, and you'll be sitting there with bated breath watching Chelsea and Whitney on another rink. I think we'll have the other side. I think we'll have Padstow and the winner of Husky and Wagga on the next game, if I remember rightly. And we look forward to your company for that one at home. But until then, which we should start at about 11 o'clock, we'll say bye for now.